Greetings everyone, my name is Buck Business, and welcome to a Quick Thoughts video. This is of course a more unscripted type of video, just again, quick thoughts. So as you can see, there are quite a few images to my right. Now, this of course deals with Starlight Glimmer and Rumble. Now, there have been perhaps a few comparisons to the two of these, more so maybe jokes that Rumble should hang out with Starlight. However, as you can see in the middle image that I put together, I represented it as not equal. And I came to that conclusion rather quickly, as soon as the episode with Rumble was done, of course, that being the episode Marks and Recreation. Now, up above, we can see that Starlight and an approximation equal sign to Amon from the last Airbender, the Legend of Korra, that being, and how that comparison has been made before, and how these two ideologies are a little bit more similar. I wouldn't say probably perfectly equal, but equal enough to warrant that comparison. So that actually had me thinking, if Rumble did not represent the same ideology, then whose ideology of a character did he represent? So just to clarify, Starlight Glimmer's philosophy was that she had a cutie mark, of course, and everyone else had to have an equal cutie mark. It's not like she technically didn't want them to have their own cutie mark, but she didn't, want them to be completely blank flank. She wanted them to have enough equality of being able to do something, whatever that something is, or several somethings, were to be the equal amount. Whereas Rumble, quite frankly, wanted to remain a blank flank until he could get a very specific cutie mark so that he can be placed in a specific box. And when I point that clarification out, those two ideologies to me simply don't match. So I started to think, and the question came back to, who did I think Rumble represented? Well, after the episode ended, the answer actually came kind of quickly, surprisingly to me, but I just mulled over the whole thing, and this video should have came out kind of around the time that Marks and Recreation aired, a bit sooner, but I've just been a little bit on the lazy side on that part. But I came to that conclusion at that point. I just wanted to make that point clear. So the character I believe that Rumble is an approximation to, after really thinking it over, was Peter Pan. Now, Peter Pan is a young kid who's rebellious, who doesn't want to grow up, and there's a certain indication that cutie marks represents growing up. There's a hint of that in the even in this episode. So there's that rebellious spirit, not wanting to grow up, and thinking about how the other characters mold within that story of Peter Pan. It actually kind of also fits. I would say that the Cutie Mark Crusaders very, very loosely kind of represent Wendy, the character who's very, this is how things really are, this is, you're gonna have to grow up eventually kind of attitude, and that's what they were trying to do, but they got over emotional. I believe it's been a really long time since I've seen Peter Pan, and, I'll refer to the Disney version, the Disney adaptation of Peter Pan in this case. I don't remember if Wendy ever lost her temper. I think she did. It's been a really long time. Now, of course, that leaves the last bit of this, and that, of course, is the other foals in Colts. And, of course, my mind equated them to sort of being like the Lost Boys. Well, they would be, I guess, Lost Phillies and Colts in this case. So, that is the conclusion I came to, is that Rumble, to me, semi-equates to Peter Pan in the ideology and his attitude. Even the episode itself seems to sort of very loosely hint at that. I don't know if that's what the writer was intending for, but that is the conclusion I came to. So, now I want to hear your quick thoughts. Do you think that Rumble is supposed to be some sort of representation of the character of Peter Pan, or maybe there's another character that's even closer than that? Let me know in the comments, and if you did like this little quick thoughts / theory video, then please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and until next time, everyone, farewell.